I love pre-releases. It's one of my favorite events in any TCG because it combines all three of the best aspects of any trading card game. You got the cracking packs, you got the deck building, and of course, you got the gameplay. All meshed together to form one beautiful event. One of my favorite local game stores, Crazy Squirrel, hosted the largest Star Wars Unlimited pre-release in town the other night with 24 players showing up. And this was especially cool because I think like 5 or 6 of these players were brand new to the game. I just love like bringing in new players and showing them how awesome this game is. Now, the event itself was 3 rounds of Swiss. We had I think, about 45 minutes to crack our packs and build our deck. Immediately, I went with my favorite aspects, yellow-green villainy. If you've watched my videos, you watched the live streams, first of all, I love you. Come here. If you watch the videos, you watch the live streams, you know this comes as no surprise. You know these are my favorite colors because I'm obsessed with Boba Green. For some reason, these colors just like speak to me. I don't know. I just love the play style they provide. Here's the deck I came up with. I chose Cad Bane as my leader and a green base, obviously, to get that yellow-green villainy combo. The first thing I look at after I open my packs in any limited format, I look for big, high-end cards that are going to really impact the game. These are also known as bombs. I have a decent amount of bombs. We've got Zuckuss, who is great in the format. He's got Saboteur. He's just a 6/6 big body for 5. Mercenary Company, 5/5 with Ambush. Ambush is incredible, impacts the board immediately. Anything that's able to just enter the board, get rid of a unit is incredible. Pirate Battle Tank came in clutch. It's got a great smuggle cost. It only costs 1 extra, so you can resource it early, bring it out in the late game, and it really did well. Xanadu Blood, which is Cad Bane's ship, so I got that little synergy going. And Fennec Shand, of course, who's probably one of the best cards in limited in this set. The next thing I'm looking at, after I've kind of decided the cards that are going to be my bombs, I look for removal. Removal is very important to get rid of your opponent's best cards. You need to have some sort of answer for the really strong cards that your opponent plays. Now, I think a good idea is to always take a good blue removal card, even if it's out of aspect. I think like Rival's Fall. Okay, I put that in here. Costs 8 in my deck, but that's, we're getting to that resource count in most games, and it's just really clutch to get rid of their biggest bomb that they drop at the end of the game. Other than that, I kind of just have pseudo removal. I think of things like Capture, things that deal damage, McClunky's in there, and then we got like Relentless Pursuit, Take Captive. The reason I say these are like pseudo removal is because it only temporarily deals with a unit. Capture ended up being really good, but they still have an opportunity to answer back and get their thing back, right? But a lot of times that temporary relief that Capture provides is enough to sway the game in your favor and win before they can get their stuff back. The final thing you look for is just filling out your deck. You want a good amount of low-cost cards, some aggressive cards, and really just things that complement your deck well. So in my case, I needed a lot of Underworld cards to really trigger Cad Bane's effect consistently. And as you can see, I have no shortage of Underworld cards. I have a ton of low-end Underworld cards that really just allow you to play a bunch of stuff early and try to get that board advantage as fast as possible. Now, the really cool thing that Cad Bane does in Limited is he allows you to get some sort of value for free just playing your units that you'd play anyway. So every time I play an Underworld card, I ping something. Now, that damage adds up, especially when we're talking about just adding little bits of value over time, especially when you're talking about trading units. A lot of times I can trade up because I've already dealt damage to your unit, and my little guys can just finish you off. And Cad Bane himself, on his unit side, is also just a big, strong unit. He's a great board presence. And he pairs so well with Relentless Pursuit. I can take your best card, put it under Cad Bane, and it's locked down. He's going to get a shield. He's got 8 HP, which is just really difficult to deal with, especially in limited. Unless you have something like Rival's Fall, of course. I was really happy with how this deck performed. I was able to start the event off strong, winning my first 2 games. So I made it to the 3rd round 2-0. Now, I'm just going to kind of breeze over those 2 games because it's the 3rd game that I really want to talk about. The last game of the event. So for my last game, I ended up on table 1, obviously against another 2-0 player. But not just any player. This was the guy who beat me in the last showdown I went to. Now, if you don't know what I'm referencing, I made a video about it, so after this one, you can go check that out. All that to say, I was ready for revenge. I had to win this game. This guy's become one of my rivals at this point, and it was super fun to be able to play him in the last match of this pre-release. Now, the game started off rough. I was playing little units here and there, but he dropped a Bo-Katan, followed by a Darksaber. This was a big unit. With a Darksaber, she's a 7/6, and that's not easy to get rid of, especially since I don't really have any removal other than my capture, and I just was not drawing it. But I had another trick up my sleeve. A card I was holding the entire game. It was in my starting hand, and I chose not to resource it because I wanted to use it so bad. I hadn't used it yet. Choose sides. Now, this card came in clutch. I was able to survive until 7 resources, and his Bo-Katan with the freaking Darksaber was just beating me down. And right before I was about to lose, I dropped this, and I was able to give him a little ship. It was a cloud car, and take his Bo-Katan with the Darksaber. He didn't have anything he could do about it, and that literally won me the game. So choose sides is another example of like a pseudo removal. It's actually better than removal because I get to take your best unit. Instead of dealing with it, just killing your unit, I just get to take it, right? And I thought that was so cool. I hadn't used it yet. It was in my deck. I thought it would be good, and it really was. It came in clutch at the end, right when I needed it. So that was how my first pre-release went. I wanted to come on here, talk to you guys about how I thought about my deck building, and yeah, it was a lot of fun, and I cannot wait to continue playing set 2.